Hello everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out 왜 만나, aka Rollercoaster by DKB. Now the Korean title for this, 왜 만나, does not mean roller coaster. 왜 means why, 만나 means meet. So a direct translation would be why meet. So I assume this is more of a question. So why are we meeting? So I'm just going off assumptions here. I think context clues when we actually watch the music video and listen to the song, it'll be probably a better understanding of what the title actually is. But it might be a question of like, why are we meeting? Like, what's the point? And then the roller coaster is just the English title. So I assume it's a little bit of like a more emotional, maybe like a breakup song, something along those lines. Before we actually check the music video out, if you would like to support the channel, consider visiting our Patreon. We have bonus content on our channel. You can also check out listening parties, variety shows, K-drama, and survival show reactions. So all of that is over on our Patreon. You help support the channel and you get something in return. But if you don't want to support us monetarily, just simply like the video. It helps us out a lot, tremendously. Would really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for supporting the channel. Let's get into the video. This is 왜 만나, aka Rollercoaster by DKB, and this is your form of therapy. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. That is a vibe. Oh, it sounds like the chorus. Alright, I think that intro was the chorus. We'll see. Whoa. Wait a minute, what the The lines aren't straight. Wait a minute. Whoa. The lens flares. They didn't shoot this. They didn't shoot this. Whoa. Maybe they did. Holy moly. We'll talk about this after the video, but. Oh, that spin!
똑같은 대화 또다시 바이바이 똑같은 결과 도대체 이걸 몇 번 해야 Can we move on it's over 더 이상은 사랑이 아닌 정 초코파이처럼 This and love don't get it twisted 자꾸만 헷갈리면 우린 답이 없어 at least 스토리에다 마침표를 찍어 classic rally 우리 사이 뭔데 대체 왜 이런데
okay. Camera work coming through. Ooh. Oh, this is fascinating. Okay, so a couple things that I'm curious about is how this video was actually shot. And the other being, what were they thinking making this a title track for a K-pop group? And I mean that in not a bad way, but I'm very intrigued sort of way. Okay, let's start with the song first. The song is interesting because it leans a little bit, I would say not even a little bit, a lot of bit, more towards the R&B hip-hop realm rather than the K-pop realm. And it doesn't even feel like a K-pop song with R&B influences or hip-hop influences. It feels more like an R&B song that's just written with a catchier hook. I think this song could easily go to kind of like the R&B artists in Korea that are like not even a part of like the mainstream, or even what this sounds like, interestingly enough, is if one of the hip hop R&B groups labels in Korea, like let's say AOMG or Higher Music, if they decided to debut their own idol group. That's what I feel like this sound kind of is. It leans way more towards that world rather than the more mainstream pop culture. So that is interesting. That's fascinating. And yet it's just catchy enough that it definitely is still much more K-pop than it is like a straight up R&B song, which I'm a big fan of as well. Now, in terms of the title, we were correct in assuming that "왜 만나" was more of a question in kind of like, I mean, it was always a question, "왜" is why, but I mean, in question of like, it's like what's the point of us even meeting? Like, why are we still meeting? Like, it's that kind of a song. They actually had a giant neon sign saying "Don't know why." It's also a part of the main lyrics in the chorus. And I suppose if this was maybe like second gen K-pop, that's probably what the English title would be. Like just doing like a rough English translation. Don't know why is a pretty accurate rough translation, but don't know why also just is not a good title. You know what I mean? And so they called it Rollercoaster, which I think it's a much more succinct title. I do like that. So that was really well done as well. Now, what surprised me about this music video and the production of this music video is the high quality caliber of this music video. Now, perhaps maybe when you first look at it, nothing about it necessarily pops out to you as, wow, this is an amazing K-pop music video. But it's more so about the vibe of it and how it was actually made that is quite shocking to me. I'm not an expert on what I'm about to talk about, but mainly because I've never handled them myself because they are too expensive to handle myself. I'm trying to find a good shot for you guys. But I was kind of stunned by the production of this music video. You know what? I think it was actually the first chorus that started to really show. So I think this music video was shot on anamorphic lenses. And specifically, I think they might have been shot on real anamorphic lenses, which is what's fascinating me. So there are spherical and anamorphic styles, visual styles of filmmaking. Anamorphic, you're usually never going to see that in a music video, mainly because anamorphic lenses are stupid expensive. You know, on the low end, they're like maybe $3,000. And on the average, they're like $10,000 to $40,000 for an anamorphic lens. And some anamorphic lenses even go so far high up as $100K. And you might be like, why are these lenses so expensive? Because these are the type of lenses that give you the true cinematic look, the true, like without having to fake it with, certain type of color grading and certain type of color palette and certain focal length. Anamorphic is actually the one that really, really, really makes it look cinematic, just straight out the camera. Couple things you're gonna notice, like, okay, wait, actually, before we get into that, so the reason why I'm stunned though is that's not to say it hasn't necessarily been seen in K-pop before, like a sort of anamorphic inspired style, because there are several ways to cheat the anamorphic look. You can cheat it various different ways, because there are a few key signature factors about the anamorphic lens. First of all, anamorphic lens, the bokeh is a little bit more, it's a little bit more oval shaped. They're a little bit more stretched out. And then also you get a ton of lens flares like you're seeing here. But then again, you can fake those things. You can fake lens flares, and then you can fake bokeh shapes. I mean, the bokeh thing is a little bit more complex and would be way more involved to do. But what's throwing me off is like this. I don't know if you can fake this. That's the thing. So it's like I definitely don't have enough personal, first-hand experience doing this or using any of these because I cannot afford anamorphic lenses. But it's the curvature. It's the curvature. Do you see, if you look on the sides, how warped these shots are? Now, the fisheye lenses could do that, but this is not a fisheye shot. A fisheye shot, like the ultra wide, everything is circular. Everything is warped. If you notice, the warped aspect is really only on the sides. And also, fisheye lenses makes everything look more rounder. This one it's warping just everything ever so slightly in the background as well. So if I were to give you an extra sort of example, somewhere in the shot, I'm sure I can, okay, we'll just go with it's right here. I think this is probably the best showcase of the shot right here is when you see the background and the lines aren't straight, it's warped. And then you look at this member right here. Look at this member right here. See how they're warped? See how the perspective looks very odd and very strange, right? That's because of the barrel. That's because of the barrel distortion. Sorry, I flubbed the word barrel. Like you can see the curve, the slight curve right here. It's because of the barrel distortion of the lens. And I don't know if you can fake that. I personally don't know if you can fake that because I have never tried. I've never even gone for like even faking any of the anamorphic methods. It's just not been my thing. But this is like everything that's there. Personally, the only thing I think that might be missing is the actual oval-sized bokeh, but I don't know if, again, I don't know if it always has to be oval. That's the thing. Again, not an anamorphic guy. Again, cannot even afford it, but it looks like it. It genuinely looks like it. And it may seem like a simple music video, but even from the way it is color graded, from the deep, dark shadows, the very minimal lighting, and yet everything looks cool and kind of sexy, that is a really cinematic look to it. It's kind of like a much more movie shot choreography style. That is what I find to be so surprising about this. So mix in a very unconventional style of title track for a K-pop group, mix in a kind of like unconventional style of filmmaking for music videos, and you get a pretty awesome comeback. I'm personally a fan of it, but I'm curious as to if they're going this route, if they're going for a more chill route, will it help set them apart? Will it help marketing-wise? Or, was it just a risk? I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know, how does this song vibe with you guys compared to their previous releases, I like their previous releases, but I do like Wemanna a lot more, perhaps. Even more so than their debut song, Hey Mama, which I love that song, but that is definitely K-pop. And that I don't know. It's harder for me to just vibe with that because it is K-pop. K-pop is just like more complex and wild. Here, it just almost sounds like it could have been a B-side for them. But like I said, if this was like a higher music AOMG idol group, I feel like this is the type of song they would also be doing. So I'm a fan, but I'd like to know, what do you guys think? How do you guys like Wemanna, aka Rollercoaster from Doc B? Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, thank you for checking out my reaction and review for Doc B's Rollercoaster. Let me know what you guys thought. Once again, if you guys would like to support the channel, please consider visiting our Patreon. Lot of bonus content over there. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to. You can always just hit the like button down below. Go ahead and subscribe. Check out our other videos over here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.